Southwest Florida, you are looking live at a spectacle of tremendous proportion. It is the Dunbar Easter Parade, the 7th annual. A television show has been on the air for 30 years, and I would say I've covered the Easter Parade all but one, and that was the one that was stopped as a result of the pandemic last year. So this is an exciting moment indeed to be out here on Leap Is Live on Fox 4, one of the media sponsors. Speaking of media, I told you guys all types of community leaders will be sitting in that chair today as I make my way through this sun. And I love coming out here guerrilla style, doing the hard work. This is my good friend right here, Darryll Green. He's the former vice president and general manager of WFTX. We're going to wipe that off the slate. He's moved on up to bigger and better things. I don't know if you would describe it that way, Darryll.
I don't know if I would say bigger and better.
Hey, Darryll, you stay politically correct, or right. I don't think you're going to be making a lateral move, man. Congratulations on all your success. You came here, I think you did about 3 years here.
3.5 years.
Yeah, and I will say, I want to make sure I say this on television. In 3 years, bruh, you changed what we see on television here, that now I think that you left a legacy here that people cannot walk away from. Everybody else has to catch up with what you created at Fox 4. Let's speak to that, what your vision was, and how you went about implementing it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lee. When I got here, my vision was really to be a part of the community and to have Fox 4 out and be involved and give people in different parts of the community a voice. And I think we worked really hard in that, in representing everyone. And I'm really proud of that. The station, I think, reflected the community when I left.
But one of the things you did along the way, you weren't bashful about rallying the minority community, letting them know that Fox 4 was a resource for them and that you were here for everybody, like you said.
Right.
And we've seen, in a positive light as well, more news vignettes, as you call them, about all the great things that are happening in our diverse community. How proud are you of that?
Oh, very proud. I mean, when over the 3 years, we were able to form advisory committees where we had Black leaders, we had Hispanic leaders, we had small nonprofit organizations, we had environmental organizations. So I was really proud of that. The other thing that I was proud of was Black History Month, where we focused on local heroes, one every day. And, you know, to, again, tell stories that normally don't get told.
Well, that was outstanding. And that will, I want to switch from Fox as quickly as I can, but I want to make sure I ask you this. Do you think that the same spirit and commitment to that type of programming will continue as you move on?
Oh, I do. I mean, the team is here today, and I've been gone a month, and they're participating in the parade, and I was so proud of them for that.
When they see you, they still see you as the boss, or what?
Oh, I don't know now.
Okay, now you're out here with your lovely wife. She doesn't like to come on TV. She doesn't want any publicity.
Right.
But at least shout her out. I see she has on a 4 in Fort Lauderdale.
Right.
Tell me what that is, CBS 4.
I'm now the Vice President General Manager of WFOR in Miami, and my wife, my lovely wife, is Ingrid Carter, and she's here today with me, and I can't tell you how many events she's also supporting me in, and going out to the community.
And when you talk about events, Darryll, that's very key. When you got here, you didn't just sit up in your air-conditioned office. You physically, literally go out and attend events, just like you're out here right now. You don't have to be out here. Tell me about what is that about you that want to make sure that you are visible and involved in what's going on in our community?
Well, I think one, for people to see that you're a part of the community is important, but also every time that I go to an event, I learn something, or I meet different people and I hear about, you know, what stories, what's important for them, how we can help. And so that was, I think, key for, you know, running a station. You have to listen to people.
Will you carry that same concept with you to the Fort Lauderdale, Miami market?
Oh, definitely. We've already talked about improving the diversity on the station, getting out in the community, I already have a list of people to meet in the community, and so especially now since things are starting to open up again, we're gonna be out there.
That model that you created here in Southwest Florida, you talk about committees, you talk about getting out there in the community, you talk about having more talent on air that reflects our community. That same model that you created here, that model now is going to continue to follow you to your next job.
Oh, definitely.
The talk about that transition. We know it doesn't take much to realize that you're going to a bigger market.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that's a huge Miami, Fort Lauderdale area in the United States. That's probably one of the top 20 markets or something like that.
Yes, it's market number 18.
So, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not chopped liver. Tell us about that decision, the process, and the whole thing. We look up and you get ready to go.
Well, it was a tough decision because we really do love Southwest Florida area and the team at FOX4, and we could have stayed here. And I think I was telling you we were in the process of building our dream home here, but the opportunity to go to Miami was just too hard to pass, and especially with a company like CBS. I'm part of a group. There's only 19 general managers of color in the country that run news operations, and
not just for CBS but just in general
in the whole country. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And especially when you consider larger markets, I just felt that was important too, that we're there in the larger markets. So
what does that say about progress in society in general, in the media, high-ranking executives of color? In my particular case, I'm thinking about African American. When you say of color, you maybe include some Hispanics in there as well?
No, but African Americans, people from maybe the islands,
African diaspora, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that I think the bigger issue is we have to convince a lot of us that are on air that there are also important jobs on the management side, not just in front of the camera. And so if we can convince people to become news directors, sales managers, business managers, then you'll start that path to a general manager seat.
Mm-hmm. Now, prior to that, you have been a person who has been able to go places and fix things, turn operations around. I'm assuming that that's your reputation in the industry, that you can go to places, turn them around, and then just your presence and your management style in radio. You don't know this, but I read all of this stuff, but what you did in radio, and then as you moved around the country. Talk about that process of how you see things and how you go about implementing the turnaround process and making wherever you've been better than it was when you left it.
Well, I think it starts with listening to your team and what's important, and what are your strengths, what are your opportunities. You'd be surprised when you keep your eyes and ears open what you learn. Then being part of the community. But I think the main thing is you hire good people and you let them do your job, and you can't be afraid to hire good people. I tell people that if I'm the smartest person in the room, we're in trouble. And I really do believe that you can't be intimidated by having good people around you.
Mm-hmm. This event today that you were at, the Dunbar Easter Parade, 77th annual.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen you at them in the past as well. You only been here 3 years, but you may have gotten a chance to attend one. What's your thoughts about it?
Well, believe it or not, this is my first time here.
Right.
I've gone to, almost every other major event.
Right, Community Fun
Somehow
Day.
we missed this one.
Right.
And so Ingrid and I decided we were not going to miss it. And so we decided to come out today.
Yeah, it's huge. The first time I saw it, like 1989 or whatever it was, I was just amazed. And I don't know if you're going to get a chance to see that, all around the blocks, all these people are going to be crowded all around as they starting to come out. This is the conclusion. But it's going to be a spectacular thing to see.
And we saw it when we were trying to
Oh,
park.
y'all already saw general
when we were
idea?
trying to park.
Okay.
We saw how many people were out.
Yeah, this is right up there with ML King Day.
Oh, okay.
What I like about it this year is the fact that it's in Dunbar. Now, you know, you should conclude in Centennial Park for several years. And hopefully they'll start keeping it here because the park is under construction downtown. But I like the whole concept of keeping it in the community. That's just my commentary, Martin Bird, and that. You know Martin Bird and the Dunbar Festival Committee. You've gotten a chance to work with them over the years. Let's give us your assessment of their contribution to the community.
Oh, I'm just so proud of Martin. I mean, for a young man to see his vision and how much he's grown, you just see it every year, how much he's grown. And I think the community has a real treasure there.
Right. I was reading something. I'm going to have to, I know you're a pretty modest guy. But it was recently, I saw you getting an award. You get a couple of awards, but what's that most recent award I saw posted that you had gotten? Was it the American Heart Society or something like that?
The MS Society.
Yeah, talk about that.
I'm on the board for the MS Society
Multiple
locally
sclerosis.
and also on the National Diversity Committee. And we're trying to get more people of color to, realize there's a lot of resources to help people with it. I believe strongly in that. Actually, I have the band on today. The other is that we did a lot of work for prostate cancer, especially during Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And that was another thing that I was proud of, because for black men, we don't talk about it, and we're not getting checked. And if you get checked early, you can survive.
All right, we're talking about it now. Would you like to direct somebody to a website or anything for more information?
Definitely go to the Prostate Cancer Foundation website and the MS Society website.
Okay. Well, Darryll, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
There's one more thing I had
Go
to
ahead.
say. You asked me what I was proud of. The other thing is Shari Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, Shari, my swimmer.
Shari, shout out to her. And, she was just named the 5 p.m. anchor. And I'm just so proud of her.
Shari Armstrong, we're shouting you out. Of course, my claim to fame is I taught the Shari Armstrong, who got promoted to anchor in the evening at FOX4. I taught her to swim when she was like 7 years old. That swimming pool right there is where I first met Shari, and that's my claim to fame. Back in the late 1990s. We'll be right back.